Hey, it's Adam's voice off camera here. I'm just making sure the video is okay. Rabbi Kurinsky, who you see right there, his daughter Etta, 9 years old, did a great job of handling the Torah reading for this week, talking about it. I always like to do that for the Sunset Report on Friday, but there's actually a minor Jewish holiday that is tomorrow night, so I did the Torah report a little early as the midday report, and we're going to talk about the minor holiday right now with her father, Rabbi Nochum Kurinsky. I'm going to turn it over to him to talk about Kabbalah and then what the minor holiday of Lag BaOmer, which starts tomorrow night and then goes Sunday until nightfall, what that is. Take it over, Rabbi Kurinsky.
Okay, so hi Adam, and hi Adam's audience. Thanks for having me as a guest on your show. So this very special holiday of Lag BaOmer is Adam called it a minor holiday. In biblical terms, it's a minor holiday because it's not recorded in the Bible. It took place way after the Bible. It took place kind of towards the end of the Roman period. It's called Lag BaOmer, which means the 33rd day of the Omer, and it's a very special day because we count. The Torah says that we have. That's actually this week's Torah portion that we count. The Jewish people left Egypt, and we counted 49 days from when we left Egypt until we went to Mount Sinai and received the Torah. And each and every day we counted, and that's called the Omer. We give a special offering. Each and every day we counted. And on the 33rd day of the Omer, that's Sunday, is a very special day, and it's kind of related to the Omer. But just kind of a little bit off topic, because my daughter took care of like Adam said, my daughter took care of the Parsha, the Torah portion. So we'll talk about the holiday of Lag BaOmer. Lag BaOmer was the passing of a great sage, a great scholar named Reb Shimon bar Yochai, or Shimon, the son of Yochai. And he was forced to run away from the Romans for many years. He hid in a cave. And he was one of the greatest sages living at the time kind of post-temple, post-second temple, and there was a small period of time where the Jewish people were the temple was destroyed, but we were still living in kind of the northern part of Israel, and some of the rabbis were ruthlessly hunted down, and many of them were massacred. Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai was one of the 5 remaining students of the great sage Rabbi Akiva, who was famously, either him or his parents were converts to Judaism, and he had 5 students, and he would tell Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, "You're so great, only God knows how great you are." And Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai wrote one of his great accomplishments was that he wrote the sacred book of the Zohar. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about the Zohar. The Zohar, the Kabbalah as it's known, I think society sometimes misrepresents what it might be. And there's some people who speak about the Zohar, the Kabbalah, as kind of almost an independent religion, separate from Judaism or a form of Judaism. But I want to just explain what the Zohar is. And that is that it's actually it's a mystical commentary. It goes through the Torah, and it's a mystical commentary on the Torah. So it goes through each and every verse of the Torah, or each section of the Torah, and interprets it according to a mystical point of view.
Can you explain what mystical even means? I mean,
Sure.
it's sort of one of these vague terms that people might not know.
That's a good point. Mystical. What is mystical? I mean, mystical has a lot of meaning, a lot of connotations. But mystical, at least from the Torah point of view, mystical is understanding something for what it means to either. There's 2 parts to it. One is would be understanding how this is relevant to my life. How can I, for example, this week's Torah portion we talk about the blessing, certain laws that apply only to a priest in the time of the Holy Temple. And so, without studying the mystical part of the Torah, one might just think they're very pragmatic laws. Whereas Shimon bar Yochai taught us to study the part of the priest that we're all priests. The Torah calls all mankind, especially the Jewish people, priests. A nation of priests, and the job of a priest is to inspire other people to become close to God. So essentially it's finding lessons, it's understanding the Torah, understanding the Bible and how it relates to our own lives and how it can enhance our lives and our mission here on earth to make this world a holy place and to have a positive effect on the world around us, and to bring out the inherent holiness the world already has. And another aspect of mysticism is also understanding God. So certainly it's a basic tenet of the Jewish belief, and probably In a lot of ways, probably other religions have a similar belief set. That is that God is unknowable. God is omniscient, omnipotent. He's all things. He's all powerful, all knowing. But there's certainly some aspects of God or His relationship with the world, His creative powers, the method of creation, his manifestations, the way he relates to the world, the way he relates to creations, the way the creative process takes place, and that's a very, very big part of the Kabbalah. So the Zohar, this sacred book of the Zohar, which really means enlightenment, it enlightens our lives, teaches us how to look at the Bible and not just see it as a book of rules and laws, which it certainly is, a book of guidance, and but also a book of inspiration, a book of understanding another dimension, understanding a more spiritual dimension, understanding how these laws might pertain to us, even if, say, we're not priests and we're not living in the Holy Temple, how each and every verse, each and every letter of the Torah applies to our lives and how we can find meaning in our relationship with others and our relationship with God.
One final question, just it may be a little confusing for people. Well, if he passed away that day, why is it such a happy holiday?
Good point.
Some people may not follow that.
That's a good point, Adam. Right? That's why Lag BaOmer. Lag BaOmer, Rabbi Yochai passed away and as he passed away, one of the beautiful things that he taught in the Zohar was, and it kind of relates to what I said before, was that the Torah talks about the 42 journeys that the Jewish people took while they were traveling in the desert during those 40 years that we wandered in the desert leading up to the land of Israel. And the Zohar actually tells us those 42 journeys are not just historical journeys that took place many years ago, but they're actually steps in life that we all take. We all travel. We have a mission in life, and each and every one of us has our own journey that we take, and not just one, but many steps in our journey. And then as we overcome each challenge, we arrive at another plateau. We've arrived at a new place and time to take on new challenges. Those challenges can be overcome through study, which would be a good way, or sometimes they come through the school of hard knocks in life. Rabbi Yochai, towards the end of his life, felt that he had fulfilled all these his own 42 personal journeys, and he felt that since he had arrived and he had perfected his life, that his life was fully enriched, and that there was no need to mourn his life because he had accomplished everything that God wanted him to accomplish. So in his own life, he had perfected his life. And so when he said he passed away, he said, please don't mourn my life. I want you to celebrate my life. And from the very first year, we didn't mourn Rabbi Yochai, and we celebrated, and the party continues every year, especially in Israel. It's a wild party. And it goes on, thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of people get together in this little community called Meron, and they celebrate with bonfires, and it's a great time, also a very meaningful spiritual time. And continues here in Jacksonville too.
Finally, before you say closing greetings, can you maybe explain, for someone who really doesn't know about what's going on this time of day, this time of the week, why you don't have that much time right now?
Okay, so it's the Sabbath. It's the Jewish Sabbath begins at Friday at sundown, pre-sundown, and it ends. The Sabbath ends on Saturday night, post-sundown. So I'm gonna go finish with prayer for the Sabbath, and then we turn off all of our technology, and we spend time in prayer and in kind of prayer and study and say for l'chaim and enjoy.
Explain the l'chaim.
L'chaim is toast. Well, if you don't know what a l'chaim is, you have to go. And you're Jewish, you got to go to Chabad and go try that. You'll find out. And we celebrate with our family and our friends. For example, Adam came all the way from Orem Beach just to be here with us for the Sabbath, and we'll spend time together. We won't worry about trying to make any changes to the world. We'll just enjoy the world around us, enjoy our friends, develop our own relationship with God for this week. Spend time focusing on spiritual growth and get a recharge from last week and be ready to take on the next week. So that's the Sabbath. So Shabbat Shalom and a wonderful Shabbos. Thanks for watching and good luck.